What ho, Simon?
Hello,
And you good people, welcome back to Peculiar Portions Classique edition, where we go through stories of the contemporary stories.
Oh yes, from where we are
of the time.
now. Yes.
There's interesting, weird stuff going on over there. Peculiarities, I call them. Peculiar necessities, miscellanies of the weird and wonderful. And we're going to spectaculate them, spagogitate, and examinate
Not spectacles, it's monocules. We're going to monoculate it.
Yes, and mull on those, mullunate on those things, what we do none now look at. Goodness me.
So this story, Lewis, this is from today's newspaper.
I haven't seen this yet.
Well, I know.
The boy's not been round.
I know. Oh, Daff, he's not been. Daff, have you not brought a newspaper round? You're a very naughty boy. A very naughty boy, sir. Why did you put your hand in the way?
Protecting Daff.
You actually were. You were trying to protect. It's not even real, Lewis.
Boy,
It's not even real.
Straw Hat smashing orgy bears heads from Battery to Bronx. What does that mean? I can't understand these modern language. What the fuck
This modern day slang. What are they talking about? So there's a tradition of this time that we're in right now.
Yes.
In that during the summer you wear a straw hat, a boater hat, okay, for the hot summer months, and then come the fall, as they call it, instead of autumn,
When the leaves come down.
then you switch over to your felt hats.
Ah.
And there was an actual riot over people not wanting to switch from straw hats to felt hats.
Right.
And this is the actual newspaper of the time, saved for posterity. I mean, today's newspaper, hot off the presses.
Stores do thriving business, but many youthful marauders are arrested, and 7 are spanked.
They're spanked! They give them a damn good spanking!
Spanked at station by irate parents.
Spanked!
What the fuck is this? I don't understand at all what's happening.
This is how people used to talk.
What do you mean? So I'm still clueless about what's happened. So some boys...
Okay, we have to... maybe you'll understand it if I read it.
Please do.
Okay. Boys who are guided by the calendar rather than by the weather, and most of all by their own troublemaking proclivities, indulged in a straw hat smashing orgy throughout the city last night. A dozen or more were arrested, and 7 were spanked ignominiously by their parents in the East 104th Street police station by order of the lieutenant at the desk. So the lieutenant ordered parents to spank, which I think means, it could mean hitting with a stick even, not bare bottom spanking, not actually beating.
Hello, sir. I'll give you a ring. Sir, your son, I've picked him up on the street. He's been arrested for having a straw hat smashing orgy. Him and a load of other boys have been having an orgy with each other, smashing up their straw hats.
It's not a sex thing.
No?
Not my son. He doesn't even know what a sex is.
We're going to need you to come...
He's never had a boner.
Sir, please calm down. We're going to need you to come...
How dare you?
To the station.
How dare you say that?
Right now. And pick him up, because we haven't got enough cells. We've got loads of boys arrested for being in this orgy, and we need you to come down and spank him.
I'm sorry?
You need to come down to the station and spank him in front of everyone.
Can't you spank him?
So that we know he's learned his lesson.
I'm very busy.
Well, we can...
I want you to spank my son.
Well, listen, sir, we could spank him, yeah, but we're going to need you to come and sign a document which says it's okay for us to do the spanking.
Okay, that sounds fair and legit. Okay.
So if you come down to the station, you can either do the spanking yourself. We provide spanking sticks.
Okay.
And spanking cakes.
I've already got my own.
We can provide you with a slipper.
Okay.
What else do you use for newspaper? We've got the one from today.
I find ping pong bats are very good. Oh no!
What a story! I love it.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the story.
So what they just smashed up? They just smashed up their straw hats today in hat shops.
There were people that were angry about hats. It's ridiculous.
It's a sign of the times. What they needed was a good world war. That would have gotten all those youths straight. Strange times we live in.
It is strange times indeed.
Well, what else is it?
Indeed.
What's on page 2 of the newspaper? Let's find out.
We've been out to we've been out to our restaurant, our local favourite restaurant.
Gentleman's Club.
No, that's where we're at now.
Ah,
We've already been out.
we had a lovely smashing slap-up meal.
You had the veal, it's your favourite.
And you had the tripe and onions.
Yes.
That was a good meal.
You had, yeah.
Oh, bread and butter pudding,
Oh, you had spotted dick.
spotted dick. Well,
And then-
that wasn't for dessert.
Because antibiotics hadn't been invented yet. And now we're back here in our gentleman's club, and we're telling tales from history.
Yes, with our pipes and our tea and our dog and our canes and our strychnine and our cocaine
Oh, some strychnine.
and all of the good stuff, which we'd get fucking wasted every night, where we'd talk about bloody women and the war and politics and the financial and old Pitt the Younger. I say down with suffrage. Get those women back into the sewing house.
Okay, so these are stories of weird deaths.
Oh, good.
And this one in particular caught my eye. This was a Viking who was living in Scotland.
Sigurd Eysteinsson.
Yeah. So he was the second Earl of Orkney, and I think he was like also like a prince, but he didn't want to be a prince, and he was like actually a bit pissed off with life.
Right.
And he had an attitude, basically. He didn't really, he's a renegade. Didn't play by the rules.
He was an arsehole.
He was an arsehole. So he challenged a local leader called Maelbricht.
God knows how that's pronounced.
Right.
So he said, okay, a 40-man battle.
Instead of a duel, which is boring.
A 40-man battle. This fucking guy's got an amazing idea.
So a 40-man battle, you think that's 20 men against 20 men? A 40-man battle? No, a 40-man battle is 40 men versus 40 men.
Well, that's what I thought. So you would have only
Okay.
bought 20, would you?
I would have.
You would have been fucked, mate.
Well, no, not if I was this guy who brought 80 to
Oh, shit.
a 40-man battle.
Shit. What? So he just cheated?
He just cheated.
So he completely, he killed all of the men, all of the guy's men, and the leader he killed. He cut off the leader's head, tied it to his saddle,
Right.
rode home in glorious victory, but the head of his enemy, a tooth bit his thigh, and that wound got infected,
Well, so
and he died.
He tied it to his horse, and as it was bouncing around,
The tooth
it scratched
chomped.
him.
But isn't that absurd? So he got
Killed by a man that he had killed earlier in the day.
Yeah. Wow, what are these other weird deaths? Do we know what are these ones? Are any of them any interesting?
So this is... You're going to like this one.
I've heard of Edmund Ironside.
You've heard of him?
From you see like a list of kings, don't you? Like British kings or whatever.
Okay. He's really only remembered for how he died.
Oh dear.
Like Elvis, he died on the toilet at
Oh.
just 26 years old. From an assassin
Hiding in the privy.
In the privy,
I guess,
in the hole.
maybe.
Maybe he was in the hole.
I mean,
Stabbed him in the arse.
did he?
Yeah.
Actually stabbed in the arse.
Oh, what a way to go!
Um,
Oh, when you sit on the loo, you expect things to go out, not in.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Tycho Brahe, did he die weird?
oh, God.
So he was a Danish astronomer. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
quite famous.
So what was he famous for, Lewis?
Didn't he do some celestial observations or something? He looked at, he saw something. He saw the planets or something. He done something important. What did he do? Do you know?
Didn't he have like a nose made of bronze or something? He had like syphilis or something, his nose fell off.
Do you reckon you'd be able to like headbutt someone really well with a metal nose?
So if I remember this story
It's
correctly...
like knuckle dusters only on your face.
If I remember this story correctly, I think it was like the Danish king.
It was a dinner party. And it's rude to get up before the king gets up. So everyone had to remain sitting until the king stood up to leave, and then other people could leave their seats.
So he was.
He needed to piss desperately, couldn't go, held it in,
And then got a kidney or bladder infection that meant that he then couldn't pee at all.
Oh my god!
And then
And he
11,
swelled up like a balloon.
11 days later, he died.
Exploded, popped. He popped to death. Ugh, what a terrible
What's
way
worse,
to die.
that or the being stabbed by a dagger?
No, look, it says he got in 2 jewels that cost him his nose. He jeweled people.
Oh, that was the thing.
He jeweled people to get. He got his nose cut.
Oh, maybe that's just what he told people.
Well, he had syphilis.
No, he had syphilis.
Oh,
So he was
right.
like, oh yeah, I fought a man in a duel. I killed the guy. Oh, I sure showed him, but I lost my nose.
And my cock.
I'm a great hero.
I got a metal
yeah.
cock as well. Simon, did you hear about this man I was reading about? His name's Timothy Dexter.
Timothy Dexter, never heard
He
of
was
him.
an eccentric American, fellow.
Did you go to, you went to boarding school
Oh, I
with
knew
him?
him, yes, of course I knew him as well as old Timmy.
Oh, Timmy Boo.
Dexter.
Oh,
Do you
Timmy
remember?
Boo Dexter.
Do you remember when we said that he should make money by shipping coal to Newcastle?
Oh, yes, it was a jape.
Well, yes,
It was a jape. We were like, you fool.
well, because of course they dig coal up in Newcastle.
That was the joke.
And so,
That's where you get coal from.
do you know what though? He did it.
What?
He fucking only.
What a bloody idiot! I bet he lost a fortune,
Well,
didn't
no, weirdly enough, when the ship arrived, they were on bloody strike, weren't they? So he didn't have any fucking coal.
What?
And so he made an absolute killing on
What?
that fucking coal. Could you believe it? His cargo was sold at a premium.
he? Unbelievable.
So do you know what I then did? Do you know what I then told him?
What did you tell
I
him?
told him he could make money if he shipped gloves all the way to the South Sea Islands. That's right.
That's a bit random, isn't
Isn't
it?
it
Why
weird?
did you
Well,
suggest
some
that?
practical jokers told him that.
Oh, you wanted him to piss off for a while.
No, because in the South Sea Islands they don't need gloves apparently because no one who lives fucking there or something. So he was
Okay.
selling all these luxury gloves off to the South Sea Islands where no one lives.
He must have lost all of his fortune.
Well, he bloody would have done, but only when he got there. He happened to meet up with some Portuguese boats who were taking him only to China, so they bought him off him at a premium.
They were like, we desperately need gloves.
Well,
More than
no, I
anything
can't
in the
believe it. I
world."
can't believe it. So do you know what I told him then, you should sell a load of stray cats
What?
to the Caribbean islands.
Okay, that seems really awkward.
Can't make a profit out of that.
No!
Apparently he did.
What?
I know. And also I
Did
said,
they have a rat problem?
why don't you sell Bibles to the East Indies? Well,
There are no
those-
Christians there.
That's right. But it turns out the missionaries were in desperate need of some Bibles. They had a rat infestation.
What are the odds?
So all of those stray cats and Bibles were very sold at a premium.
By this time, he probably had at least £100.
I know.
Goodness.
And so just
100 air.
So when
as
I
we
went
call them.
when I went over to his house, it turned out he'd accidentally ordered a whole load of whale bone, thinking he could use them. I don't know what he was ordering it for. Anyway, he
Okay.
ended up selling it profitably as a support material for corsets. Can you
Oh, yeah,
believe it?
whalebone corsets. Yes, very famous. Yes.
So,
I'm wearing one now. Could you tell? Look how svelte it makes me.
so what fucking else happened? So he bought a huge house. He started telling visitors his wife had died,
Oh no.
despite the fact that she was still alive.
Ooh.
And that the woman who frequented
move.
the building, bringing in the shopping and stuff, was just her ghost.
Right.
Timmy, I bought a pheasant for dinner. It's your favourite.
And don't worry about that, that's just a ghost. It turns out there's a pheasant downstairs. We should go and eat it, gentlemen. So anyway, he was quite eccentric. He decorated his house with minarets, a golden eagle, a mausoleum for himself, and 40 wooden statues of famous men.
Oh, that's nice. Well, at least he spent the money, in a good way.
Yes, at age 50, he wrote a book called A Pickle for the Knowing Ones, or Plain Truth in a
Oh,
Homespun
was he a fan
Dress.
of Rick and Morty? Have you heard, Lewis? He turns himself into a pickle. Funniest thing I ever seen.
A pickle! A man! A pickle!
Man turns himself
man
into a pickle. What about when he faked his own death, Lewis? To see how people would react, and
Well.
3,000 people showed up, and then he noticed his wife didn't cry. And then he caned her.
Wow, a bloody good show.
Where's my cane?
That's what I would have done,
Bloody cane.
given the age.
Bloody not crying. I died, you bitch. I died.